What you're about to hear is the story of one of the most intense tornado outbreaks to strike America in recent memory. A day that started like any other. Families heading to work, students sitting in classrooms, drivers traveling down highways without a second thought. But high above the ground, the atmosphere was preparing for something far more dangerous. Meteorologists had been watching the conditions for days. Warm, moisture-rich air was surging north from the Gulf. A powerful jet stream was racing overhead, and a clash between warm and cold air was setting the stage for a historic severe weather event. At first, the warnings seemed routine. People living in tornado-prone states hear alerts every year. Many assumed it would be another storm that passed without major consequences. But this time was different, very different. As the afternoon progressed, thunderstorms began exploding across the region. What started as isolated storms quickly organized into massive supercells. These weren't ordinary thunderstorms. They were rotating monsters capable of producing violent tornadoes. Radar operators watched in disbelief as storm after storm showed intense rotation. Meteorologists interrupted television broadcasts. Emergency alerts began appearing on phones across multiple states. The message was clear: take shelter immediately. The atmosphere had become a powder keg, and it was about to explode. As evening approached, reports started flooding in. Large hail, damaging winds, power outages. Then came the first tornado warning. Moments later, another, then another, and another. Within hours, communities across the region found themselves facing multiple tornadoes at the same time. Some of these tornadoes grew rapidly. Others formed almost without warning. But all of them shared one thing in common. They were extremely dangerous. Storm chasers pursuing these systems described scenes unlike anything they had witnessed in years. Massive rotating wall clouds dominated the horizon. Lightning illuminated the sky in every direction. The roar of the wind could be heard from miles away. Many experienced chasers knew immediately that this outbreak would be remembered for a long time. As darkness fell, the situation became even more dangerous. Tornadoes at night are among the deadliest weather events on Earth. Unlike daytime tornadoes, they are often hidden by darkness and rain. Many people never see them coming. That night, millions watched weather coverage as meteorologists tracked multiple tornadoes moving through populated areas. The tension was incredible. Every radar update brought new concerns. Every warning represented lives potentially at risk. Entire communities rushed to shelters. Families gathered in basements. Emergency crews prepared for the worst. And outside, nature continued unleashing its power. Some tornadoes remained on the ground for miles. Others strengthened rapidly, growing into large wedges that appeared almost impossible to comprehend. These weren't narrow funnels stretching across open fields. Some were massive rotating walls of wind and debris, the kind capable of changing entire neighborhoods within minutes. Videos captured incredible scenes. Power flashes lighting up the night sky, trees bending under extreme winds, road signs ripped from the ground. Debris carried thousands of feet into the air. For many residents, it felt like living through a nightmare. Yet amid the destruction, stories of survival began to emerge. Neighbors helping neighbors, first responders risking their own safety, communities coming together in the face of disaster. These stories remind us that even during the darkest moments, people have an incredible ability to support one another. As dawn finally arrived, the scale of the outbreak became clearer. Survey teams began assessing damage. Meteorologists analyzed radar data. Emergency officials coordinated recovery efforts. The images were heartbreaking. Homes damaged, businesses destroyed, entire areas transformed overnight. But there was also something remarkable. Despite the destruction, communities immediately began rebuilding. Volunteers arrived. Relief organizations mobilized. People who had lost nearly everything started taking the first steps toward recovery. That resilience is one of the most inspiring aspects of the American spirit. Tornado outbreaks are among the most powerful natural events on the planet. They remind us how quickly conditions can change. how fragile our daily routines can be, and how important preparedness truly is. Scientists continue studying severe weather in hopes of improving forecasts and warning systems. Every outbreak provides new data. Every storm helps researchers better understand the atmosphere. And every lesson learned has the potential to save lives in the future. While technology has improved dramatically over the years, tornadoes remain one of nature's most unpredictable forces. They can form quickly, change direction unexpectedly, and produce incredible destruction in a very short amount of time. That's why awareness matters, preparation matters, and taking warnings seriously matters. Because when nature decides to display its full power, every second counts. The tornado outbreak of 2026 will be remembered not only for its intensity but also for the lessons it taught. Lessons about preparedness, lessons about resilience, and lessons about the incredible forces that shape our world. For those who experienced it firsthand, the memories will never fade. The sound of the wind, the constant alerts, the uncertainty of what would happen next. These are moments that stay with people forever, yet they also serve as reminders of something important. No matter how advanced society becomes, nature still has the ability to humble us, to surprise us, and to remind us of the immense power contained within our planet's atmosphere. As recovery continues and communities rebuild, one thing remains certain. The story of this outbreak will be studied, discussed, and remembered for years to come, not just because of the storms themselves, but because of the people who faced them with courage, determination, and hope. And in the end, that may be the most powerful story of all.